Hello friends, welcome to the session of Introduction to Microscopy. This is a topic of cell biology course. How cells are studied, and this topic is related to the answer of this question, how cells are studied. Scientists use microscopic technique to study of little things. The little objects cannot seen by the naked eye, hence we need a microscope to view of little things. The little things are tiny that can be seen only with the help of microscope. Hence, understanding of working of microscope is an essential in order to visualization of little things. Microscope enable biologists to study of living things such as cells, microorganisms, and molecular structures of biomolecules. Therefore, in this session, I am going to talk about the basics of microscope. What is microscope and its history? What are the types and basic part of microscope? Optical system, what is magnification, resolution, numerical aperture and refraction. I will explain these topics in this session to understand the basic knowledge about the microscope. Microscopy is a wide branch of science. It is a scientific technique of using microscope to study of little objects. These little objects are small in size and we cannot see them through our naked eye, and the microscope such as light microscope is the oldest form of microscopy. The first microscope is invented to view of little things. It is based on the light and optical lenses. Light microscope produce an image with the help of glass lens and light. And the basic purpose of microscopy is to get magnified and resolved image of the small living things. Look at this slide. There are many objects which are microscopic in size. Cells and their molecules measured in micrometer in size or nanometer in size. The things that are less than 0.2 millimeter cannot seen with our naked eye, and you can see here that animal cell and plant cell are too small, which can be seen only with the help of microscope. However, the light microscope uses the light to view of the little organism and cells. The bacteria is about 1 or 2 micrometer in size, and the animal and plant cells are about 10 micrometer to 100 micrometer in diameter, and the molecules present in the cells are also very tiny as compared to the diameter of the cells. Hence, we need a advanced microscope called electron microscope to view of these molecules present in the living things. Hence, microscope is an important tool in the field of cell biology. As you know, cell biology deals with the structure and function of cells. Now, how cells are studied? The answer is the microscope is a basic tool in the cell biology and life sciences field. And you can see here the structure of these little things can only visualize with the help of microscope. Whatever we know about the cells and cell structure, it came from the microscopes. The microscope is an essential equipment to view of the living things. However, there are two types of microscope widely used in the study of biological objects. One is the optical microscope, second is the electron microscope. Optical microscope uses visible light to generate an quality image. Optical microscope are the earliest microscope which was invented by the biologist, and the optical microscope is of two types: simple microscope and compound microscope. Simple microscope was earliest microscope with single lens. It means simple microscope has a single lens and compound microscope has 2 or more lenses. The modern microscope are being used in the study of cells and microorganisms are the compound microscope, such as bright field microscope, dark field microscope, phase contrast microscope, differential interference contrast microscope, fluorescence microscope, confocal microscope. So there are various type of optical microscope which uses the light and the lens system to visualize of the little objects. In addition to optical microscope, the second microscope is the electron microscope. It is the advanced microscope which uses electron beam to examine objects on finer details. Electron microscope enable us to view of the ultrastructure of the organism or cells. We can see the subcellular structure such as subcellular organelles and the cell surface with the help of electron microscope. So depending on the application of the electron microscope is of two types: transmission electron microscope and scanning electron microscope. So you can see in this image that this is a light microscope and this is a electron microscope. So the optical microscope. Now we discuss here history of microscope. The first microscope is developed by the two Dutch spectacle makers Hans Janssen and Jacques Janssen in 1590. This microscope is made up of the two lenses which fixed at each end of the tube. So this microscope is called the tube microscope. In this tube microscope was used for observe the little things. So this is the earliest form of the light microscope. Later on, the Robert Hooke made the simple microscope using the single lens, and he used his microscope to view of the plant cork. He found that plant cork is composed of the tiny compartments which resembled a honeycomb, and he observed the small box that is surrounded by the boundary wall, and he named the tiny compartment as a cells. Cells was discovered with the help of microscope, and the Robert Hooke has given the term the cell, which led to the foundation of the cell biology. A significant contribution came from the Antony von Leeuwenhoek, who improved the lens quality, which could magnify the objects up to 200 to 300x. He observed many little things such as protozoa, amoeba, blood cells in a drop of water, and he named these tiny living things animalcules, and he used his microscope, which was the simple microscope, and simple microscope consists of the single lens. So this is the view of the simple microscope made by the Antony von Leeuwenhoek. This was the earliest microscope in the history of the microscope. Now we discuss here the parts of the light microscope. The primitive microscope has the limitation to magnify of little things at greater level, and the earliest microscope has poor resolution and low magnification. And later on, biologist has improved the quality of optical lenses and design a good microscope for the study of the cells and living organism. The modern microscope has an ability to magnify of little objects with clarity. Hence, there are so many discoveries came in the field of cell biology with the help of the microscope. You can see here there are various parts of the light microscope. This is a compound microscope. It has three basic parts: body tube, arm and base. And you can see here that at the base light source is attached here. At the base of the microscope, light source is attached here. So light source is a halogen lamp, and then the diaphragm, condenser, and this is a specimen stage where we place the specimen slide. This is a objective lens. The objective lens, you can see here there are 3 to 4 objective lens: 4x, 10x, 40x, 100x, and the upper part of the microscope has the eyepiece, which is of 10x, and in addition there is a coarse focus and fine focus lobe to focus on the specimen, and the objective lens can be up and down, or specimen stage can also up and down with the help of coarse focus and fine focus. and the stage knob helps in the movement of specimen slides left to right direction and vice versa. And the body tube has the eyepiece of 10x. Generally eyepiece is of 10x. When light enters into the diaphragm controls the intensity of light and it passes through the condenser lens. Condenser lens focuses the light onto the specimen slide where the light passes through the specimen. It means the light interacts with the matter of the specimen and the light can be diffracted, absorbed or transmitted through the specimen and focus on the objective lens. So objective lens projects the specimens and enlarge the magnified image with good clarity, and the light focus again onto the eyepiece. The eyepiece is nearer to the observer, so the one can observe the specimen image with the help of eyepiece of the microscope, and the objective lens is near to the specimen slide and the eyepiece is close to the observer, and below the specimen stage there is a condenser and the diaphragm. So this is the basic part of the light microscope. So the microscope consists of two lens system. One is objective lens and second is the eyepiece lens, or we can say ocular lens. And the condenser lens helps in the condense of light and focus the light source onto the specimen. So the light microscope uses of the light, visible light, to view of the little things. As you know that light microscope magnify the small objects with clear resolution. So how the microscope form the image with the help of the lens system and the light source, and this is an object to be observed under the microscope, and the light passes through the object and it falls, and the light falls on the objective lens, and objective lens forms the magnified image here, and the light converges onto one focal point, because when light passes through the object and then passes through the objective lens, it bends. It means the direction of light changed and converges onto the one focal point, and it goes through the ocular lens. So here this is a focal point and light is converged here at focal point. So the distance between center of the objective lens and the focal point is called the focal length, and it depends on the refractive index, wavelength of light and shape of lens. So focal points here, the focal point form is here, you can see, and the observe the magnified and resolved image of the object. So this is how image is formed under the microscope. The microscopic image is formed by the objective lens and the eyepiece. Now come to what is basic theory of microscopy. Microscopy depends on the three factors: magnification, resolution and contrast. This is the property of microscope, that a small object can be magnified and the image have a clear resolution with the brightness or contrast. So what is the magnification, resolution and contrast? Let us understand these three important factors in the microscopic technique. Magnification is the degree of an optical system. It is the property of microscope through which we can magnify of small objects using the optical lenses and eyepiece. So we can see a larger image as a virtual form under the microscope. The magnification can be calculated by the magnification of objective lens and magnification of eyepiece. The alpha bit x is represented as a magnification. The magnification factor it depends on what type of objective lens are used during the observation of the specimen by the microscope. So here if you use the 4x objective lens and the ocular lens is 10x, then total magnification of image of specimen would be 40x. Keep ocular lens magnification is always 10x, and objective lens has a 3 types of magnification: 4x, 10x and 40x. If you use 10x of objective lens, if 40x objective lens use and 10x ocular lens, the total magnification would be 400x. What is meaning of 40x, 100x and 400x? It means the image you are viewing under the microscope will be 40 times larger. If you use these specification of lens system, then 100x means you are observing a specimen which is 100 times larger than the actual image of the specimen, and 400x means 400 times is a larger image observed under the microscope. So it means the magnification is the ratio of size of image and the size of objects. It means the size of visualized with the help of naked eye and size of observed under the microscope. So it is the difference between size of image and size of objects. So here the magnification of a light microscope is limited. The maximum magnification of light microscope is about 1500x, and the magnification is limited with the wavelength of visible light. So the light microscope has a limitation to magnify the little objects up to 1500x magnification. And the resolving power. The resolving power is the resolution of a microscope to distinguish two closely points each other. It is the basic property of microscope optical system that can separate two closely point each other, and the resolving power of microscope is dependent on the wavelength of light and the numerical aperture of objective lens. Resolving power is represented as small d, and according to Abbe's equation, the resolving power can be defined as the 0.612 lambda upon n sin alpha, where lambda is the wavelength of light used in the microscopic observation, n is the refractive index of medium between the specimen and objective lens, alpha is the half aperture angle in radians, n sin alpha is the numerical aperture of objective lens. What is mean of resolving or resolution? When 2 points in a specimen cannot seen individually, or they can partially resolve, but when we see the specimen objects at higher magnification, we can see the two closely point as a separate entities that produce a better resolution under the objective lens of the microscope. So here the resolution is the ability of objective lens to look the closely points as a separate entities. So with this property of the resolution of light microscope, it has a limitation. The light microscope has a resolving power 0.2 micrometer, and the electron microscope has a higher resolving power 0.00 1 nanometer, and human eye has the 200 micrometer resolution. So we can see resolved image up to the 0.2 micrometer with the help of light microscope. So the light microscope can resolve the 0.2 micrometer two objects. An electron microscope has a high resolving power, which can resolve the finer details up to the 0.001 nanometer. So this is the important property of light microscope, that can resolve the objects clearly. So objective lens has a two type of quality. One is the magnification and second is the better resolution. In addition, the objective lens also create a brightness or contrast of the specimen image. So we can see the brighter image of an specimen with clear resolution. Now come to what is numerical aperture. Numerical aperture is an important factor of the resolving power. Resolving power is directly related to numerical aperture. Numerical aperture is the ability of optical lens that gathering of the light between the specimen and the objective lens. So numerical aperture is defined as the refractive index of the medium in front of the object and the sine of the angle between the light entering into the objective and optical axis. It is equal to n sin alpha, where n is the refractive index of the medium and sin alpha is the half angle of light rays entering the objective lens. So it is important factor of the resolving power. Here you can see the specimen. When light passes through the specimen, it makes a angle between the specimen and the objective lens. So this specific angle is called the alpha, and half angle of refracted light wave, because the light interacts with the matter of the objects, it changes its direction when it comes from one medium to another medium. So here the refractive index, the n, define the angle of the light. So the medium between the object and objective lens is important to get a clear resolved image under the microscope. So we can define the angle between a specimen object or objective lens is the alpha. Alpha is the half angle of the refracted light wave. The refraction is a property of light. If refractive index is higher, then the refraction of light would be higher, and the refractive index increase the numerical aperture. It means the angle of reflected light would be higher. So the increasing numerical aperture becomes higher resolving power of objective lens. So if we use the higher refractive index medium between the objective lens and specimen, that it increases the resolving power of the microscope. The refractive index of oil immersion is 1.5, refractive index of air 1.00, refractive index of water 1.33, and refractive index glycerin 1.47. So here n is the refractive index. So if we use the oil immersion, it has higher refractive index, then we can get a clear resolution of 2 points in a objects. So the 1.0 refractive index of oil increase the half angle of the light. So here you can see the 90-degree angle in the presence of the oil immersion. So the oil immersion is the surrounding medium of a specimen that increase the higher angle, which is the 90 degree. And If air is present surrounding the medium of a specimen, the angle of light between a specimen and objective lens is the 60 degree. So it is the angle is minimum as compared to the immersion oil. Keep in mind that if reference index is higher, the numerical aperture will be higher and the resolving power of microscope would be higher. So resolving power is directly proportional to the numerical aperture. The higher the numerical aperture, the higher the resolving power. And the resolving power is also dependent on the light. If we use the short wavelength of light, then resolving power would be higher. It means the resolving power is indirectly proportional to wavelength of light. The higher wavelength of light, the resolution power decreases. The shorter wavelength of light increases the resolving power of objective lens. So numerical aperture is defined as the half angle of the light wave. The half angle of light wave is depends on the refraction of light. Refraction is a property of light that occurs when a light wave moves from one transparent medium to another transparent medium. When light passes in the air and it enters into the transparent medium like glass, the direction of light would be changed, and then when it passes through the glass and again pass to another medium, is reflected in another direction. So refraction means change direction of light or bending of light by a lens. Then that causes the scattering light and then it converges at a focal point to form an image. So the bending of light is an important for the making of the angle of light wave. So now you can use the formula of resolving power to calculate the resolving power of light microscope. If numerical aperture 1.4 and the lambda at 400 nanometer and 500 nanometer. So you can use the formula of resolving power D 0.612 lambda upon sin alpha. So we put these values in this formula, then D is equal to 0.612 multiply 400, this is the wavelength of light, upon the 1.4. We calculate these values and obtain the 1.7 nanometer resolving power, and we put another wavelength of light in this formula and D is equal to 0.612 multiply 500 divided by 1.4 and calculate of those values, and we get 218 nanometer resolving power of the light microscope. So 200 nanometer resolving power at the 500 nanometer wavelength of light if the numerical aperture are the same in both wavelength of light. It means the resolution would increase at the short wavelength of light, and resolution is decreased at the 500 nanometer of light. It is a higher wavelength, so 200 nanometer is the resolving power of the light microscope at the 500 nanometer wavelength of light. So D is decreased, it means resolution increases. D is increased, the resolution would be decreased. The small d is increased, the resolution is decreased, and D decreased, it means resolution increasing. So the microscope at these values can distinguish the two close points up to 174 nanometer, and at the higher wavelength 500 nanometer. So here 1.7 nanometer means 0.17 micrometer size of objects can be visualized at this wavelength 400. So you can use this formula for the calculation of the resolving power of the light microscope if we know the numerical aperture value and the wavelength of light. So this formula is very helpful to calculate of the resolving power of light microscope. And there are many applications of microscopic techniques. Microscopic techniques is used to understand the basic structure and morphology of little objects such as cells, plasma membrane, subcellular organelles, microorganisms, viruses. The understanding of microorganism comes from the microscopy, and microscopy helps to study of cell organization and cell-cell interaction. Microscopic technique is widely used in the histology of the living things and visualization of vital cellular components like proteins, fats, glycogen, nucleic acids, and microscopy is also a diagnostic tool for identification of the disease, and the microscopic technique is widely used for the drug study. So these are the application of the microscopic techniques. The microscopy needs a process of the specimen, and the specimen to be observed under the microscope must be fixed, dehydrated, and thickness. So it is a procedure of the microscopic preparation of the specimen. The steps can include the fixation, dehydration, cutting, and the staining. What we have learned in this session is that microscopic is an indispensable tool in the field of cell biology and biomedical sciences. There are three factors important that reflects the basic property of light microscope are the magnification, resolution, and contrast that are important factor to generate a good quality of image. And total magnification is calculated by the eyepiece magnifying factor as the objective magnifying, and the resolution is the ability of the objective lens to view two closely point as separate entities, and the higher the numerical aperture, the better the resolving power of microscope. The shorter is the wavelength of light, the finer the details revealed by the objective lens. And the best microscope, such as light microscope, can resolve parts of a specimen up to 0.2 micrometer in diameter. So I hope this session will be beneficial to understand the basic knowledge of the microscope. And these are some suggested books and online resources. You can use these online sources to further study on the microscope.